Okay, this is 2009 Ford Fusion, 4 cylinders. Came in as no power, car shakes. The only codes on the computer is map sensor. Even though we changed the map sensor, um, and still the car is the same. Car will start stalls. Um, you can barely move. Brakes are hard. You can cruise on the highway and it goes okay, as long as you have high throttle on it. But as soon as you stop, the car shuts off. I mean, start it, shuts off. So we were looking. We had a vacuum leak somewhere in the intake here. We couldn't really find it because it was so hard and hidden. So what happened here is, as you can see here, there is a cover. Like in this hole should be closed. That's where the runner control valve is. Like it goes all the way from here to here, and that thing moves down and up. So that piece popped up. Somehow it blew. There's some kind of backfire or something. That thing came off, and this is the way it should have been. Like this. See this cup here? Just jumped out. And it was so hard to find out the leak because that thing was towards the power steering pump, so it's kind of hard. So this is where our problem is. I'm gonna go ahead and just swap them. This is a used one from a scrapyard, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if anything changes, which should, because definitely this hole was leaking. A lot of vacuum here. There's a lot of vacuum in here. We could hear it, but you just couldn't see it. When you spray brake cleaner or starting fluid, or just like mass airflow cleaner, you can just spray it on this corner here a little bit, and if the car changes the idle or idles high or something, it means you got a problem with this. I looked online, I could barely find a problem like that. I've been having a lot of issue with this car, trying to figure out what the problem was. Even though there was no misfire or anything, car would run for an hour and a half, no misfire, but the car has no power when you push the pedal. You press the throttle body, and still we're having the same problem. So now we found the problem here. So if you have the same problem, make sure you check this first. Alright, good luck. Okay, so we have the manifold removed. Okay, just quick tips here. If you're removing this intake, you gotta know that there is like 7 bolts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. The AC line is on the way to get the middle one that comes here, so you might want to push it a little bit this way and remove the washer fluid, for windshield fluid bottle. Move it so this can move, and you can wiggle this a little bit backwards. If you have a California car, you're gonna have this vacuum, the air pump here, sorry, 2 bolts on the bottom, one here, one here, and you want to move this out of the way a little bit to get to the 10mm bolt, which is this one here, for the intake that holds that to the block. So you got this 1, 2, that's the 13mm, then you move it, push it, then on the bottom we're gonna try to get to this. Without a lift, this can be a little bit hard, but if you jack up the car enough, you can be able to remove the 10mm bolt that holds this, the intake. Then you got a couple plugs here for all these actuators here for the control runner valve, blah blah blah, and all this. This you're gonna need to remove the map sensor. You want to unplug too, and there is this wire here for, I don't even know, let me see where this goes. It's a knock sensor. It's right there. Yeah, even changing that is a pain in the ass to do. It's unbelievable. Such a little engine. Yeah, so this is attached to the intake. You want to push it back, just break the clip or remove it, move to the side. And there is this hose here for the oil separator here, right there. There is this hose that holds this here, so when you try to take it out, you're gonna feel some resistance, so make sure you remove it from here. When you push the intake a little bit up, you might have like space like I did from the top, just like with the long pliers. I just did this from the top and I removed it. I just removed the clamp and I slid it. It's not as tight. So you got the plugs here. The wiring harness, it is so tight here, it's unbelievable. You may want to remove all those tabs and just stretch it so it can give you space to get it out. You got the pipe here for the AGR. Like I said, some California cars, federals are different, so I got this piece here that's you have to pull the intake really to this back so it can clear this piece. And this is like I said, this is the used one with a good piece in it, and this is the old one. As you can see, that shouldn't do that. Okay, so when the intake runner valve moves around, this thing should be closed, so I don't know that piece why it's there. I think manufacturer they had to put this piece so it can hold it's like almost like a bearing or something for the piece of metal that goes from here to here. So when this actuator moves to open the flappers here, this thing here goes like this. So at some point this thing blows. I mean, it's plastic and the age of the car, mileage, I think the combination of everything just took a crap. So I'm gonna go ahead back and put this one back. This is the used one I got from the yard, and put everything back together and see how the car runs. Alright, again, it's yep, you know it. Alright, good luck.